Alright, I'm going to try this again. Hello there. Just doing an update on the Honda CT70 restoration project. I got the engine back together, sort of. Got the head back on, and the valves and everything all checked, and everything is working. I seated the valves, I grinded the valves a little bit, and everything inside the engine is clean. It actually turns over. I mean, I haven't tried it without the being in the engine, but you can see how the it's hard. This table is like a rickety old table. I won't be pumping on it too hard. There, it's running free. So I got it in neutral. I figured out how to get it in neutral, and I just need to clean it up, get it all cleaned up. I've been cleaning some parts. Some of these were like really greased up. Like that was all greasy in here. I'm gonna take this plate off, and I got some of this paint over here. Rust-Oleum Universal Metallic Paint and Primer in one, satin nickel. And it kind of looks like the color, I guess. So I'm gonna kind of paint up some of the parts like this here. I cleaned this up, but there's a dent. I gotta pop that dent out, and now I'm just working on it. This is gonna have to be cleaned up. I think this isn't too bad a shape. It's not too banged up. This is dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. The carburetor on this thing was, when I took the carburetor apart, it looked like it was like spotless inside there. The only thing that's something wrong with it is the choke plate. Now I don't know. It looks like it got broke off somehow. I don't know how that happened, but I may try to take this piece off and maybe make one out of an old washer, maybe. But this thing was like clean as could be inside, so I'm not gonna mess. So I kind of drilled the main jet a little bit. It was a little bit, I didn't drill it out. I just kind of opened it up just a hair. So, but just doing a little update. I got this battery. This is the correct battery from CHP Motorsports, and I'm going to well, I was messing around with it. The headlight actually works on this thing. That's pretty freaking awesome, man. But see the headlight. This is the original headlight. Now, the blue is negative. So I'll plug this in here. And I just plugged this into the blue. And then the red, I think it's the middle one. Or which one is it? Maybe it isn't the blue one. You can't plug blue in. Oh, yeah, this the green. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's try. Okay, we'll try the green. The green is normally ground. Okay, I think for some reason. Oh, so I don't want to touch the green wire, but we do have lights. Look, you can see that. I don't know. It doesn't work on this wire. This is the blue wire. Don't know why the blue wire isn't working unless it has to be. But it's the blue wire. Now the blue or the green and the white wire seems to be high beams. I think that's high beams. But I was really surprised that the actual headlight still works on this thing. So now I'm thinking I don't know why that's green. Let's try this. So I got it hooked up to the blue wire, so I don't want to touch that or green. Nothing. It could be that the filament inside is bad. It's hard to say. I don't know if you can actually take this piece off or not. I'm not sure I want to try. It must be in the switching, but at least I know that the headlight works, and that made me feel good. Now I'm changing this part over. I went to Ace Hardware and I bought a inline fuse, a different kind, because the fuse that was on the battery is 10 amp fuse, so I'm gonna install this instead. I know this ain't old school, but this is more modern. I mean, it's easier to change these fuses out, so the only thing it doesn't have is a cap. I have some that have caps on them. It's pretty heavy wire. I don't know. But I'll probably end up just soldering it, disconnecting this and soldering it somewhere. And these light bulbs, and I got some 10 amp fuses to put in here. And these light bulbs are the single posted. And these are, let's see, 12 volts, but let's see if there's an amp rating on them. So I don't know if you can tell. I can see. I got out one from the original bulbs that were what they had in there. And in there, so usually this is just the grounding the body. Okay. And it'll work. 6-volt. Like the one bulb that was in, I got dug out of it. My collection of bulbs. Now this is the one I got out of the bike. I don't know if it works or not. I haven't tried it. Yeah, well, that's bright. What number that is? Now this is, I think this may be a 6-volt. 1129, 1156. This is actually, I think this is actually a 6-volt. So, let's see the difference here. This is, that seems to be much brighter than these. Yeah. But it will work until I can find some 6-volt ones. Because I was asking at the bulb place and they didn't seem to have any. So, but that's one of the next steps I'm going to do with this battery and get rid of the old style. This old style here. But it'll be alright. It'll be fine, as Jake would say. But yeah, the bulb does work. So this seems to be, I think this white is high beam ground, and this must be like low beam maybe. So not really sure. $15 watts. Made in Japan. And this is your little screw here. Some of the parts are kind of missing. So I think this one goes like on the top. And you just kind of take that screw. You probably, it's probably one of them nuts that go in here. You know, and you start it and you can just screw it in to adjust the bulb. Yeah. So if you want the headlight to go down or up. So I'm like really pleased at the fact that this headlight is working. So, and I went through the wiring on this thing. And all the wires seem to be in good shape. I got the key switch in. Put some light on it. I got the key switch in. I don't have the nut. I found something that I used to screw it on with, but it's not a regular nut, so I'm gonna have to find a nut online or something, because I looked all over the hardware stores and they just don't have anything like that. So, but the key I did get the key made for this bike, and they only had two blanks, two different. This is the key switch, and that I had to get them separate and made for the helmet lock. That cost me $60. But he said it was I went to the Honda dealer and he said that this particular switch was an aftermarket switch because it didn't show up in their books. And but all the wires from the body, the frame, that and this is the switch. I had to kind of resolder some of the wires back, because whoever had it cut the wires and put the black and the green one together. That I put it all back together. I'm hoping that I can stuff this back in here with no trouble. But all the wires from this key switch to the bike's plug actually match. They're all the same wires, the same color coding. So I don't know. They said, oh, it's the aftermarket, you know. And but I've been mapping the wires out, what all these are for. I think there's a rectifier, you know, and so I've been going through the whole book, the whole bike, just going through all the wires, trying to figure out what wires go where. And I kind of got it figured out. Like the handlebar wires, the on and off switch, the kill switch, turn signal lights, the horn, the indicators, the bulbs, the speedometer wires, trying to relate it to the wires to the plug itself. This is the back of the switch, you know, so because it was not according to the wiring diagrams, the color coding is a little bit different. So I just been kind of tracing all the wires back, and I kind of got it figured out. Yellow, green, black. There's 4 wires going to the generator. This one I believe is the light green one with a red stripe. That one I believe is the neutral switch or something like that. I think that's what it is. But this one here, these go to the generator. 3 of them. They generate the lights and that. And then plug the battery. The headlight. We know that works. Right, white, green, blue, and the green and the white. It seems to be high beams. I don't know why it's not going into the other part. I'm not really sure. Maybe the 2 have to be connected, or maybe, I don't know. Then you got your brakes. There's 2 brake switches on this thing, the front and rear brake. And this is the plug that plugs in, that's sticking out the side over there. These are all the wires. They're all match. The rectifier. I just been going through it. So, not that I really probably need to. I'm figuring that it's kind of plug and play. So we'll see. But the next step is going to be taking off this rear wheel, because the brake in here, that cam inside there is frozen up, or it's stuck. It needs to be. I need to soak that in some penetrating lubricant. Take the wheels off, and my plan is to seal these tires with black Flex Seal. See, when I first got it, the brakes were like stuck on this thing. Oh, look how free. 490 miles, and it's not in bad shape. I mean, this basically needs a good scrubbing, you know. But I'm gonna use this Flex Seal black, and I'm gonna just paint the whole tire on the outside, because I noticed there was some cracking on the front tire, and I'm gonna take the tire off and repaint this thing with this gold paint. there's got some gold paint around here I bought. I don't know where I put it. But I got some like gold. I was thinking about painting the rims like a gold, like I did in my Hammerhead. So that's my next step, is to get this tire off and take this, I think they call this thing the swing arm. I'm going to take this off and clean it, because the one side's all gummed up with grease, and maybe take these shocks off, and not sure. I think this thing got rubbed to death right here. But it's not in bad shape, you know, but I'm not really sure how to take off, if you can take this thing apart. I'm sure you could, but you know, I'm going to see if I can clean it up. I mean, yeah, just, and then take all this off and straighten it, because some of these are kind of off. Like this thing's just hanging loose on here. I mean, and it's kind of, looks like it may be a little bent. So, looks like it's bent inside there, so I'm going to take it off and try to straighten it up. Luckily, it's not too deformed. I mean, it looks like it a little bit, like it fell over. It kind of got deformed here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that or not. Take it and, you know, put it in a vise or something. It's a little oblong, because I got the lenses over here. But I don't think the lenses are going to fit in there right now. See, some of these are, see, it's a little lopsided. But this one actually still has the lens on it. But I had trouble getting this one out. Did I get it off? Well, that was the other front. There's the one front up there, fucking screw broke off, and this thing had a hell of a time getting it out of there. It's a little bent up. I'll have to do a little reshaping. But that's the lens. Got a new switch for this right here. Get rid of this. This stuff is like brittle as could be. I was gonna try to save the wires, but I'm gonna have to cut all this stuff off, because I had a hell of a time getting this to push through here. So, well, that's where I'm at. Yeah. Not in a hurry. Off, run. I think this is high and low beams. But the switches are clicking good. Oh, let's run off. There's two off positions. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna have to get the back tire off, maybe get the shocks off and the swing arm off, maybe tonight, and see what we got. So much work I'm looking at. I mean, technically these they're just a little bit rusty. This one needs a little bit of, it got bent, like I think it hit something right here. I had to take a hammer and bend it back. Probably needs a little bit more. But it's actually holding here right now. So it But yeah, it's easy to take off. You just loosen these way up. This one, you just take a nut, and there's a castle nut on this. And I got some new pins I want to put in there. But I'll take it off, take the tire, and maybe take the whole thing apart and just clean it really good. And I got a honer. That honer over there, I'm gonna try to hone the brake wall. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.